Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of G&A podcast. I'm the Scooby snack that keeps on giving, Ryuuou, and I am joined with the man who puts the Oni in Oni-chan.
Do I have to answer to that?
Yes.
Do I have to respond to this?
Yes.
It's so Oni.
Yes. And welcome to the G&A podcast.
What did you say? I put the Oni in Oni-chan?
Yeah, you put the Oni in Oni-chan. Isn't that cute?
Fair enough. I'll take it. There are worse taglines you've given me.
Guys, I've been playing that one for like a whole 3 days.
Yeah, Drew's been hyping it up for like, it was good. I'll give you that one. It was pretty nice. I like that intro.
Exactly.
7 out of 10.
That's typical grading from you. I'll take it. But yes.
It's a lot higher than what I'm going to give something else in this episode.
Yes, today was a week in anime. A lot of, I don't know, I thought it was a good week in my mind.
That was a good week. I did. There was I can't really think of anything that was particularly bad.
Yeah, I wonder why.
There was a distinct lack of quality somewhere.
I guess we'll get to that when we get there, but let's start off with Violet Evergarden, episode 8.
This is the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. My episode of the week. Literally fucking Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, no, this episode is kind of perfect-ish.
It was so good. I never knew KyoAni could do action like that. Like, the action scenes were so incredibly fluid and beautiful to look at.
Yeah, and it wasn't like for bloody stained war. It wasn't. It didn't even feel like super like bloody or gory.
No, it wasn't like over the top.
Yeah, it was very artistic, very well done.
It was over the top in the sense that you have Violet just fucking like massacring scores of people, but like karate flipping over people and shit. But it was great. I loved it. I love how it kind of, like I said, this is the Oscar bait of anime because it did so much. Like, if there were, well, ironically, this comes after the Crunchyroll Awards.
Yeah, word.
But if there were an Oscars for anime, I feel like this series would be the My Hero Academia of the Oscars, apparently. Because the animation's so great, the storytelling is great. I love the way it kept interweaving, like, modern-day Violet with her past and shit. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh, wait. So when you say it's going to be, like, the My Hero Academia of the Oscars, so that means it's not going to win Best Anime?
No, it'll win everything but Best Anime.
But jokes aside, yeah, this episode was just very good. We got to see a lot of Gilbert's character just flushed out.
Mm-hmm. Which was one of my hang-ups on the series. I was like, all right, she loves Gilbert, but we never actually get to see much of him. Now you actually get a sense of what kind of person he is to her.
And apparently I love the relationship because it wasn't like, you know, you can, if you wanted to push it and say like it was like a romantic relationship, you could if you wanted to, but like, but you don't have to
either.
But
I got the sense it was more of a kind of like mutual love, but more of a familial.
Exactly, like a big brother, little sister kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So that was very nice. It was also not like ham-fisted or anything. It felt very natural.
Yeah. Like I think it would have been a little weird if he was all like, I'm like in love with you.
Mm-hmm. Like that one scene where he put the brooch on her.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of thinking, oh my god! Like in any other show, movie or anime or whatever, tell me that wouldn't have been a kiss scene.
Yeah,
like he would have kissed her.
Yeah,
they didn't do that. He just puts the brooch on her, and it's just like that's such a refreshing moment because it doesn't have to force. The romance is vague. It doesn't have to be forced down your throat that they're in love with each other or anything like that. Like, the type of love that they have isn't really defined.
Yeah. And, I don't know, that's what makes it so much better. You know, I love that, you know, he... First of all, can we talk about how Violet is, like, such a natural smooth talker? Like,
oh yeah,
she was laying it on thick. She was like, "Oh, I didn't hear a word beautiful before." But that's what I think of when I look into your eyes. I'm like, oh my god, Violet.
She must have picked up the books he was giving her to read. She must have taken up like some kind of fucking hookup book or something. Hookup lines.
Jesus.
Pickup lines in the bar.
Oh my gosh, you're making me swoon a little.
I'm like, whew, Violet. Can we talk about how literally everyone in the world in the army
is just a giant dick.
Giant dick. Yeah, they're all assholes except for Gilbert and the other dude. They're just all like, well, who cares if Violet dies? That's her
yeah,
job
that's
is
literally
to die.
a note in my... That's literally a note. Everyone in the army is a shit stain on humanity.
Yeah, they're all just vile, disgusting, garbage people. Those are the most unrealistic people in the show. And that's my one complaint about the episode. Like, is everyone really that much of a shit stain?
Yeah, like, the fucking brother, like, is like, oh my god, is Gilbert, like, is he alive? And he's like, oh, he didn't know he was dead. And then she's like getting sad, and he's like, why are you being sad about it?
Yeah, how dare you be sad about my brother's death, fucking doll bitch.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, calm down, bro. I love the scene where she gets to the grave and like the music just changes and you just see her looking at it. It felt so weighty and powerful. Like, ooh, she's sitting at the grave looking at Gilbert's headstone.
Yeah. And
doing her flashback. And then at the end of the episode, it's a sort of cliffhanger with
yeah.
I'm sorry, it was kind of funny.
You could say he just couldn't take his eye off of Violet.
I just want somebody to take that scene and like overlay some fucking like headshot, double kill. It was such a counter-strikey fucking Call of Duty moment. Headshot.
Oh god, yeah. I told Oni to expect the pun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did say that. There are tons of puns. This is definitely a mommy moment. You can make a shit ton of puns about that last scene.
Oh god. Yeah.
But overall, one of my favorite episodes of the series so far.
Yeah. The very excellent episode. Now, with that being said, let's move on to Overlord 2, episode 8.
This was a good episode.
Oh my god, first of all, shout out to the big butch woman trying to get her some.
That was fun. I love this show. So I love how fun the characters are in Overlord. They all feel like the setting. Well, I shouldn't say it's ironic. The setting feels realistic because the characters feel so real.
Yeah. And
fun and like lovely and I don't know. I would like. They're all such great characters. Even like I was liking Brain in this episode. I was liking Climb.
Yeah.
But I think the star was Seabass.
Obviously.
Yeah. He's like my favorite character now. He's like one of my favorite characters on the show.
Really? From this episode?
From this episode. He's so badass.
Yeah, he is really cool. Yeah, agreed.
Top 10 badass butlers.
Yeah, right? Like, pit him against the butler from Black Butler.
Yeah.
Isn't that be funny? Like, they pit one against the other, but they don't fight. Like, it's like a cook-off, and then who makes the sheets the best? Who's the best ironer?
He would still win. Technically, aren't they both like demons?
Yes, they are.
There you go. They're on equal playing ground.
Exactly. But yeah, shout out to her. She literally at the end of the conversation, after the other girl, Evil Eye, shits on Climb, reminding him once again how pointless it is for him to try to get better because he's just so useless.
A lot of people have been taking their turns shitting on Climb.
Yeah, right. And then the woman's just like, okay, sleep with me.
Yeah.
Like, that's the actual quote from, like, verbatim. I love how Sabus, like, he tries to keep a low profile, quote unquote, and it easily just gets caught by Climb.
he's not keeping a low profile. He's doing a very bad job.
No, he is doing that as he then drags him into some not so closed off alleyway, and they're like, "Hey, let me train you by doing this terrifying, surrounded by darkness, death blow." And then Brain also sees them. So yeah, so much for that.
So is the did they reveal the? Well, I guess what I got from the inferred from the conversation is that Evil Eye and their whole group are Adamantite class adventurers.
Oh, I thought oh god, I can't say the word.
Adamantite.
Adamantite.
Sure. Close enough.
I'm gonna say adamantium.
Adamantium? Fuck. Now you're gonna confuse me, and I'm gonna start saying adamantium. But continue. Yes. So are they?
I thought that means like what kind of armor you can equip. Is that actually just like?
It's a title. For,
it's a title saying how strong you are. Okay.
Yeah, like gold, silver, bronze.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I think they said that. If I remember from Overlord 1, I think they were like, oh, there's only 4 or 5 groups of adventurers that have that class. And I know that, obviously,
Ainz has
it. And then, so I'm thinking now it's Evil Eye and those adventurers. And then they mentioned that the 6 fists of the 8 fingers or whatever are also Adamantites. So, I don't know if we just got all the Adamantites now.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
The 3 legendary Adamantites.
Yeah. Oh, and then assassins, for some reason, who are targeted by Succulent. Target sent by Succulent.
Those are going to be fun. When more characters get introduced and we start remembering fucking Brain and Succulent and Climb and Sabus, it's going to be great talking about it.
Yeah. Also, speaking of ridiculous names, where the fuck is Solution? Where is that bitch?
Yeah, I was kind of like disappointed that we didn't get anything in this episode.
They definitely did that on purpose. They did that 100%
they definitely did. But I better see that next episode. I better see Solution and Ainz. I was imagining that Sebas was going to go back to the mansion, and then Ainz was going to be there or something.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I guess we'll see next episode. I don't know. This is still a good episode nonetheless. Because the interactions were just so good.
I love all the characters. The characters are great.
Yeah.
Definitely better than the Lizard arc so far.
I don't know. I think for me, the Lizard arc just literally got good once, like, Lulu was involved. Literally, once Lulu was involved. I was like, nope, this is great.
Alright.
Okay.
So, shall we move on to, I'm sure, your episode of the week?
Yes, Kark had the Sakura, my episode of the week. Oh, God. Notice how every episode that becomes my episode of the week doesn't involve her fucking friends.
This was a fun episode, I'll give you that much.
Yes, it was. Oh my god. Just like the whole opening thing with Keto and Yui.
All the interactions with them were great.
Like literally after Sakura leaves, he's like, "Hey, so do you want to play a game with me?" And Yui just disconnects.
Hangs up.
Oh god. Ugh. And then oh my god, and the one thing I loved about this episode, because in addition to like them going back to the typical formula, this was the first time where you got to see Lee and Sakura like have a proper relationship. No friends, no Tomoyo, no one.
Though I have to say that maybe it's the effect of watching this right after Citrus. I was kind of like, man, it's kind of boring. When is something gonna happen?
Oh wow!
Like when is Matsuri gonna show up?
Oh gosh. There's all the little cute fun things. Like for example, the whole English part. First of all, their English is not bad.
Oh, that was funny.
This is like some of the best English I've heard.
It was not some of the best English ever, but you know.
No. For like an anime series, this is some of the best English.
It was above average from most. It's like I feel like they actually hired people, still Japanese, but Japanese people who actually know English, as opposed to just, I don't know, pulling aside the janitor or something. Hey, want to voice a few lines?
Exactly. Like, this is definitely, like, I don't know. I liked it. It was like, wow, I don't need subtitles to know what they're saying.
Yeah, it was cute when they called Sakura and Lee a couple. And
exactly.
And then Sakura's just like, la 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 la. What are they saying?
And Lee's all like blushing. And then of course they do a shout out to the aquarium, because that's where they caught the watery card. I'm glad they made that connection. Mm-hmm. I'm glad this episode was like this. I don't know. It kind of bothers me.
Got Lee involved.
Huh?
I'm glad the episode got Lee involved. Finally.
Yes, very much so. Although I'm just like about the whole fact that's like it felt almost the same. Like if I saw the watery episode and I saw this episode, I'd be like, what is the difference besides the card and the fact that Lee is there? That's like my only one little like I don't know.
I get that, but watery episode was one of the best episodes of the original series. So.
It really was. So. Exactly.
Was Sakura's costume the same as?
Yes, I think it was. I actually think it might have been the same costume.
Because Lee's looked exactly the same as his usual.
No, the hat's different. His hat was never that fucking obnoxious. Dude, like looks like a fucking cap for a fucking marker. Like Jesus. No, I love the whole thing between Toya and Lee.
Toya stare down, grilling him. Yeah,
like
grilling a 12-year-old or 13-year-old.
Cause he's with his sister.
Don't need to grill him, dude.
Yes, like you do. That's what Big Brother is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Although in my mind, I thought they were just having that thing because it's like the whole rivalry over Yuki when like Lee was gay.
Oh yeah, from the first series.
So he was like, I still remember that pitch.
I was kind of like, why is he just sitting there? First off, I love how the aquarium specifically has a button. Like, in case this whole fucking place floods. Okay,
I was like, that is not a realistic thing. That does not exist in a building.
I'm like, well, if that's a possibility, if the scenario for that is so real, you have to actually have a escape valve. Maybe you shouldn't build your aquarium that way. Maybe you shouldn't put that giant fish tank in the middle of the aquarium that's gonna bust open and drown everybody.
That is not a thing. And I was thinking of putting that in my notes, but I was like, no, that's so silly. Why even bother mentioning that?
In case of giant flooding.
Yeah, in case of flood. Press the button. Oh God. Also, another question: where does she put the cards that she uses? Did you notice that she kind of just tucked it in her back somewhere?
I mean, where does she put the original Cloud cards? Weren't they also just like, I don't know, conveniently there whenever she needs them?
Yeah, like the fudge. Like,
I just assume she has like really deep pockets. Oh no! She used to wear a band around her leg or something. I think like a card holder. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. It just
also I don't know what the fuck spiral means. Like these cards are very ambiguous now.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck a spiral is, and I love how they capture it the same way they captured watery. Well, it's not water. We're just gonna have it in the same location and capture it the same way.
Didn't they call it out like, oh, well, when we captured water, you just froze it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's just do that again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Lee's like, oh, I can do that. Ice God, freeze. Like,
I did like how they mixed up the cards. Like, they actually got a flight, gravitation, or whatever, and what was the other one? Lucid.
Yeah, lucid. That's what it was. I was talking to Kyle about this. Mind you, he kind of just was just like, oh... So it's just like a reprint of Jump, right? And I think of the way she uses it, and I'm like, yeah, it kind of is.
They're all just like repeats of the Cloud cards in a way.
In one way or another. Mm-hmm. I think literally the most The most? No, not even Siege. I was gonna say Siege, but I'm pretty sure that's like a reprint of Bubble.
Oh yeah, it is. Wait, what about the animation one? Is that a reprint of was there like an automation?
I think it might have been Create.
No, it's close enough.
No, because I remember Create being a weird card.
These are all vague powers. You can like Spiral. I'm interested to see what Spiral means. Like, how are they going to incorporate Spiral? Does this make things circular or?
Yeah, does it make things like revolve like very fast?
Yeah, it's probably gonna make things revolve or something.
Like maybe she can combine it with Gale. I know if she can make it like a tornado.
Just blow through the hound.
Yeah, it was. I
It
love
felt
it.
fun. It felt like the any of these episodes that feel like well, it didn't even really feel. It felt like a good mix between the original series and this one because you still had the romance element and all of that. So
and Keto and his thing with technology.
Right. So it felt like a good. This is what all the episodes should be.
Exactly. And if they're all just like this, then it'll be my episode of the week every week.
Exactly. But wait till our friends show up again. Then we're back to square one.
Yeah. Speaking of moving squares and pieces, let's move on to Ryuuou no Oshigoto episode. Nope, actually we're going to Citrus.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sorry, Citrus episode 9. I'm sorry, I looked at it and I just... Sorry. Going to Citrus. I lied.
Citrus episode 9.
So, just a nice start off by a nice good Matsuri rape scene.
Mm-hmm.
Raping scene.
I actually felt like this was... Like, up till now, I was like, Matsuri's kind of... she's kind of a jerk. But now, with her stunt at the end of this, I'm like, wow, you're a cold-hearted bitch. With her, like, oh, I'm just gonna get you to have sex with some random dude, so...
Yeah, like... I'm like, the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's cold, Jesus. It's super mean. It's not nice, Matsuri.
Yeah, very not nice. Matsuri, bad Matsuri. Harumin, she's just really fucking cool. Like, I literally just wrote that in my notes. Like, Harumin is so fucking cool.
She did her whole, like, oh yeah, that's where you're staying. Even though it kind of didn't amount to anything, though. It kind of was a pointless scene.
It wasn't, but she was really cool despite it.
Yeah.
No.
That episode actually felt really short. I'm trying to figure out what the major things that happened all kind of happened at the end.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, the background music was really good. Like, when it shifted from scenario to scenario. Like, I don't know.
You know you don't have things to say when you talk about the background music.
No, what? No, I have lots of stuff to say. It was good. I'm just saying, I noticed, like, for one part, like, it changed. Oh, I forgot. I think maybe when it was Yuzu looking for Mei, I think. And it's just, like, I don't know, it just felt very appropriate for the action. Of her looking for Mei. Yeah, Matsuri, it showed how, like, much of a kid, like, you know, how kid-like Matsuri was.
Childish.
Like,
I did like the, like how she, I guess they rationalized it by her thinking everything's a game. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that a kid her age would probably see love that way.
Yeah.
So they gave her
I just love the part where she literally was like, where Yuzu was telling her about the Christmas party, and she's like, "Oh, you should come. Yeah, I'm making a cake." And she's like, "Oh, when I used to come, you didn't make a cake. There was no homemade cake." And I'm like, "Bitch, Yuzu was 9."
Yo, okay, like, good. I'm not the only one who thought that.
She's like a child. How is she gonna be making you a cake?
They didn't make me no cake when I was. My favorite part of the whole episode was it was the best fake out because it was when Yuzu calls Mei and then Mei just hangs up and then you're like, oh shit, what's going on? And then Mei just pops out and I don't know how to answer cell phone.
Yeah, I was like almost like an anticlimactic gag joke. Like,
it was, and then I remembered like, oh yeah, this whole series they've been stressing Mei doesn't have a phone and doesn't know how to use phones.
Yeah.
Fits.
Also, like, Matsuri, like, I just want to point, like, it's funny enough, like, her downfall, ultimately, was that she was trying too hard to, like, it was so obvious that even Yuzu noticed something.
Yeah. I'm so glad that they didn't do what I thought they were going to do last week, and remember I was saying that I hope that Matsuri doesn't show the picture to Yuzu and Yuzu starts freaking out or something.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't take that angle on it.
Yeah, they didn't.
This was way more believable. And even then, I don't think... May mentioned that she wasn't going to do anything with the guy.
Yeah.
She was just also using Matsuri as a... I'm going to do this to see how much Yuzu reacts to it.
Yeah.
If she really does care.
Yeah, she was doing it as like, what's the thing? Not a ruler? She was using it to measure. There you go. To measure. Yes,
to measure Yuzu's affection and reaction.
Yes. And Yuzu, of course, pulls through. She's like, I don't know what kind of craziness you're saying about her, but like this entire time she was thinking about you, so fuck off. I'm gonna go be with my girlfriend's sister.
At the end when Matsuri is like, oh guys, once you get used to dating each other, we should have a three-way.
Yeah, that was only second best line to May when they're on the train, and May is just like, so did you have a fun Christmas? I'm just like, oh, yo. I was like, oh my that was so perfect.
How was your Christmas?
Did you have a fun Christmas? And I'm just like, and she says so bluntly too. And I'm just like, oh my god, fucking savage. Oh my god, I fucking love May.
Someone used to put that video of her saying that and then have that video of the guys screaming like, oh! Matsuri just being all dejected. The one problem I did have with the episode is I felt like Matsuri got off too easy. Like, nothing happened to her. It was kind of just like, oh, well, Matsuri will be Matsuri. She almost got May raped, but whatever.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they should have just thrown her on the floor and start kicking her.
I mean, if May, like, I would have taken a Yuzu slap. Just like a slap from Yuzu or something.
Yuzu doesn't slap people. She's too nice
She
for that.
slapped May.
Oh, right. Well, that's because May was kind of trying to sleep with her. And...
Well, Matsuri tried to get May raped, so I'd call that worse. You could have...
Fair enough.
Anyway, I hope we never see Matsuri again. I don't really like her character. She's cute. I like her voice, but...
Yeah, agree. Let's go move on. Please, let's move on to the next anime, let's also move on to the two white-haired girls. But yeah, next anime. Ryuuou no Oshigoto episode 8.
This was a fun episode. It was also a Ginkgo episode, kind of, sort of. So, finally.
Yep. So it just starts out with Keika losing. Shock.
Back to that.
I feel like that's like her running gimmick. Like,
yeah, her thing is just she's gonna keep losing over and over. Although she did win the preliminaries.
Yeah.
Eventually. I love the whole commentating.
Yeah.
And the other girls just like shitting on him through the.
Oh my god! And they all start like literally saying like crazy comments. They're like. Someone's like, oh my god, like they're like, oh, Red Eye, please step on me. Like,
oh yeah, this felt like I was actually watching the fucking video on YouTube and just scrolling down to the YouTube comments.
Yeah, it felt like our Discord.
I loved when Char kissed him and then everyone just like reported.
Yeah, everyone just. And Red Eye was like, wait, who are you calling second wife?
That was fun. That was like my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah, easily. Let's see. Yeah, Ginkgo's teacher was pretty cool. I love, yet also don't understand how they introduced like this new character, Ika, and she's like, well, Ika will sacrifice anything to get stronger. I'm like, at a board game?
You don't understand how serious Ika gets. She probably fucking goes out there and kills the person's family or something just to get the upper advantage because they'll be so depressed. You don't understand how serious this is to Ika.
Yeah, I'm just like, you're being
any cost.
A bit much.
She had lightning bolt eyes, which is cool, so I'm for Ika. I'm team Ika.
I'm Team Ginkgo because Ginkgo had that scene where she was just like a maid, and
that was a super cute scene, a super cute outfit, but it felt like they made her look a lot younger than what she actually. Like, she's still 14 or whatever, but in that scene, she looked like Ai's age. Or is that just me?
She looked a little bit younger, not Ai's age, but definitely she still looked like she was like 12 all the time.
She looked very Loli-ish in that scene.
Yeah. I mean, she always looks Loli, but
I guess maybe because she's standing next to actual Loli.
Yeah, exactly.
Loli-ish.
Oh God, I feel like literally this is just for people. This is literally just like an anime for like lolicons, but disguised as a disguised as a shogi anime.
I feel like this is a because you do have March Comes In Like a Lion, which is also a shogi anime, and I think that's airing this season, and that's an actual. Well, if I was about to say that's an actual anime, but that's an actual serious anime. And I feel like not as many people will be drawn in by that as opposed to, Oshigoto.
Yeah. Just
for the Loli aspect.
Yeah, agreed. So,
it's a good marketing tool.
It sure
Come for the Loli, stay for the shogi.
Oh, that's a catchphrase if I ever heard one.
That's the title of this episode.
Quick, write it down.
No, fucking forget it. All right. So
let's move on while I don't write this down. Ignore the writing of my pen. But let's move on to Fate Extra last Encore episode 5. Yeah.
Yes. We're like a week behind, so bear with us.
We both had to do the math.
I love this episode. This was fairly action-packed. I think pretty much like 60-70% of the episode was action.
Lots of action. Didn't exactly know what was going on. Don't exactly care at this point.
It's so this show, I kind of see what they're trying to do in terms of the plot, but it's really, really difficult to follow if you're not already familiar with Fate. I feel like this was an anime made for people who've already played Fate Extra or are familiar with it, because it looks like it's an actual sequel to Fate Extra, the game, based on the fact that apparently this has been going on for 1,000 years. There were some big revelations this episode. Everything's been going on for 1,000 years. Most of the people are already dead.
See, these are not revelations to me because I don't know anything to begin with. So
I'm just learning something. So it looks like this is just like what happened if Fate Extra kept going without a winner or something. So it's interesting. I like what they're doing, but it's completely disorienting and confusing if you have not played Fate Extra.
Yeah. You just need to just go with it, which is what I did. Don't try not to fight it as hard as I did. The reason why I'm fighting it is because I have to say stuff about it, but it's hard for me to say stuff about it when I don't know what the fuck's going on.
There were a lot of things that were good attention to detail. We learned that Dan was not actually in the tower sniping them. He was in the starting area where they first started at. He was just on the top floor of it, and he's been shooting the bell in the tower and having the bullets ricochet back onto people to snipe them. So that's pretty cool. And every time he does shoot, you do hear a bell ring. So good attention to detail.
Mm-hmm. It was very pretty. Lots of umus.
There were a lot of umus this episode.
Yes, umus won Yahoo!
Oh god. Rin showing up at the end was great because I'm glad the anime realized where the fuck is Rin, I've been asking for the past 2 episodes.
Yeah, they were like, shit, we can put Rin back in.
They forgot Rin was even there.
Shit, we have to write her back in. Fuck, we forgot.
I'm so convinced Rin is doing, she's up to some shit. Definitely up to some shit.
Duh, she's been gone for 2 episodes. She didn't just come back and
Yahoo!
Be like, yeah. Where were you? Yahoo! Oh, okay, thanks.
Thanks, Rin.
Oh my
Ronnie
God.
died. That was
Oh.
surprising.
Yeah, I feel like she almost died for no, like
She kind of died for no reason, yeah.
like I understand why she did it, because she's like, okay, I'm just giving you a free gimme. Also, like, I have known, like, yeah, she had no intention on moving on.
She's
to
a
the
major
next.
character in Fate Extra, though, so it's kind of weird to see. Like, there's a lot of major characters that should, well, not necessarily be around longer, but you feel like they'd be more impactful. Like, Drake should have been a lot more impactful.
Oh God, yeah.
But,
Wait, you
yeah,
mean she
Ronnie
was
should have been.
impactful? You know, after that 2-second fight.
No, she wasn't really that impactful. Ronnie should have been around for a little bit longer because she's kind of a major player. But, alright, you do you, show. You do you, last Encore. Kill off the main cast.
I just say, like, I feel like Shaft, I don't know, it's very interesting. Shaft, I would love to see them do, like, a TV show.
Like an actual legit TV show?
Yeah, like...
They can't, because people can't head tilt that much or hurt their neck. Shaft would be at a loss of what to do.
Could you imagine if Shaft was in charge of doing Game of Thrones? Like,
I don't even want to think about that.
Oh my God! Like, they're literally like it's
somehow they would make it even more complicated than what it fucking already is.
Like, I mean, just like for like the scenes or like the cinematography of it.
Oh God, no!
Like,
oh God, no!
Like they're talking, like Cersei's talking to someone else, and they just pan to like. Like a
Jon
shadow
Snow's doing his fucking march like Umu and shit. I do feel like Shaft is trying way too hard with this show, though. I feel like
they have.
I don't know if it's Shaft or if it's Nasu or what. Like if they just did a straight adaptation of Fate Extra, it would have been great. So I'm still kind of conflicted on how to feel about the last Encore. I feel like they're just trying way too hard to go out of their way to make this something crazy and epic, and it's just going to end up falling flat. Like, it really, really depends on... If this is just going to be a 12-episode show, it's not going to be good. I'll tell you that, right? It doesn't matter what kind of twist it has. It's not going to be great. Maybe it'll be good. It won't be great. Maybe it'll be like Apocrypha level. If it's 24 episodes and, like, the twist is it goes from Fate Extra Last Encore straight into CCC, then it'd be amazing. But I doubt that's going to happen. It's just me wish-fulfilling.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like... I feel like we're both having, like, same sentiments about our own animes that we were both looking forward to. It literally sounds like the same thing you're saying. Like, oh, Card Captor is just doing too much for some reason. Stick to the old thing, it worked.
We should mention that the Hakuno is just fucking a god or something at this point. He has like superpowers and shit. Avenger level speed.
Avenger level speed. He's also a witch.
He can summon rifles.
Yeah. He's actually Homura.
Oh yeah, he's actually Homura from Madoka. They're just recycling characters from Madoka now.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. Hopefully the show, it's good. It's not bad. It's just that it could be so much better, and I was expecting so much more from it. So, I don't know. We'll see.
We sure will. And last but not least is Gen no Guardian.
Alright. So, we didn't realize Gen no Guardian actually finished. That's how much of an impression Gen no Guardian had on us. So... Yeah, Gen no Guardian finished, and we didn't even realize it. And, I don't know. I guess we should give it our review.
I will give it 2.5.
2.5. Okay, so, if I remember correctly, I gave Osama Game a 2. Mm-hmm. And strictly judging the second season of Gen no Guardian, I'm going to give it a 3. It is a little bit better than Osama Game, if only because it was just more fun to me. It's horrible. It's about as bad quality wise as Osama game, but I don't know. It's more fun. It's more fun train wreck to watch.
Understood. And thank God it's already at the bottom where it belongs.
So I was gonna ask you, we can do this live. Do you think what should we do from here? Just continue with the 6 shows we have, pick up another show? It feels weird just leaving it off in the middle of a season.
It does. But yeah, like I don't know, I don't like the idea of just like, oh, and we're starting a whole new anime, and let's just briefly go through episodes 1 through 8.
Yeah, I guess so. Let us know in the comments what you guys think we should do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll ask you guys. Is there an anime that you guys really, really want us to cover? We will consider it.
Black Clover or anything
no
like that.
Promises, because we are just busy as fuck these days.
Yeah,
but...
so leave your opinions. Let us know if you want us to cover another series, and yeah, we'll consider it. As usual, G&AREVIEWS has put us in the bad spot.
Yeah,
it's a show that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it really does.
Speaking of people who keep on giving, or do you have something to say so you can ruin my transition?
I'm sorry. You know, it's not even that important. Continue with your ruined trend.
Damn,
no, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because I already fucked it up. But no, I was gonna say the only reason why I gave it a score that's even lower than Oni's is literally because they made it 24 minutes when they could have kept it at 12 and kept it.
To be fair, that's on Crunchyroll. They combined 2 episodes instead of just airing 1 episode at a time. But either way. Speaking of people who keep on giving, completely ignoring the context of that last sentence that Drew mentioned, these are our contributors. And if you want to contribute to us, you can do so via Patreon or by becoming a YouTube sponsor. Thank you, everyone who does donate. And for those of you who do donate, be sure to join us for our live watch of Fate Extra every Friday and Sunday. Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern and Sundays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern.
Also, if you enjoyed this video, by all means, like, comment, and or subscribe. Check out our Twitter. Check out our Discord. It's diggity dope, and you know, it's just Twitch.
Yeah, just Twitch.
If
you feel like checking out Twitch, go check out Twitch. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just there. Whatever.
Not like we invested any time or anything to get to work or anything.
Nope, not at all. Oni, any more words of wisdom before we depart?
Nothing. Just remember, guys, if you want us to follow another series, leave us a comment letting us know what you want us to do.
Yes. Well, the time has come for us to depart. But don't worry, because you guys are all dear to our hearts. This has been Ryuuou and
Oni.
And we are out of here. Until next time, my lovely people. Bye.
Later.